Hey Julie, great to see 10 nice pictures posted here. So let's get to it. I like looking straight down at the details in the sand here and all the little shells. Um, Tiny bit of criticism is that it's not quite as sharp as it could be, and if I'm not sure what you're shooting with, if it's a DSLR, careful to pay attention to the focus. And the closer you get, the harder it is to focus. So you have to take a little more care, timing when the shutter goes off relative to where your body is. It's sort of like hitting a ball. It becomes intuitive, and it's something that you do automatically. Um, if you're moving sort of in and out, even a half an inch when you're up close like this, it can upset the focus. So that's just a thought. Cool. Okay, we've got horseshoe crabs with barnacles and this detail. I suppose we could improve this a little by darkening these edges and bringing the light in. Um, just small, like vignetting even, would go a long way to help that. Let me, in fact, show you how to do that. So I'm going to close a couple of things in Photoshop here. And let's see, right-click, copy image, and then File, New. And I'm noticing it's 640 by 480, which is small. The blog is able to display, here, 640 by 480. Let me create, I'll show you this, hold on. We can see as we edit, paste, and go to image size, it's showing 640 by 480 pixels. The blog displays 1600 by 1200, so when you save your picture, make sure you're not like cutting down the resolution. I'm wondering why this happened on many of your pictures, so that's something to take a look at. Alright, just for the fun of it, I will go into grayscale here and take this. I said vignetting. Let's try that instead of selection. So I'm going to take the elliptical marquee tool by clicking and holding the square marquee and going to the center and holding down the Alt key and clicking and dragging and creating this sort of oval selection. And then I want to inverse the selection, so I go select inverse, and then we want to feather it out. So I click select and mask and dial up the feathering until it blends out nicely. And I'm going to hide it with a Control H, and then I'm going to darken it with image, adjustment, brightness, contrast. And see how that vignetting around the edges, here's the before, Control Z, and after, Control Z. Control Z toggles before and after, like that. Just a small change like that can go a long way to improving a picture. Move that out. Okay. Kind of same idea. What about this one here? How can we improve this jellyfish? Copy image. It's also a small image. I'm going to paste it right over this, and doing that, it makes it black and white because the mode is grayscale right now. So if I could turn it back into RGB here and paste it again, then I get back to my color. So what if I took a selection, take the lasso tool and select this, feather it out, and hide it, and levels, Control L, and brighten it up just a little bit and make it richer with my blacks and my whites. And how about some more saturation? So that's image adjustment saturation, or Control U, and dial that up just a little bit, and Control D to deselect, and then try the vignette trick again, where I take the circle marquee, hold down Alt, click and drag diagonally, get an oval, feather it out, and invert it. I'd used a shortcut, and then hide it, Control H, and image, adjustment, brightness, contrast. Like so. And so this darkening around the edge, just gently, don't overdo it, and brightening and increasing the saturation in the center, turn that into this. Okay? Another thing we can do is look at the history and look at it that way. So I can dial back to, oops, I have too much in here. You get the idea. Okay, so we went from this to that. Good. Okay. This is looking maybe too saturated to me, and it's acting odd. Again, it's tiny, so it's hard to... I love this one. It's sharp, and the green really pops. I would not grayscale this one, and the edges are a little bit darker, except for this corner here. But this is really nice. Again, nice seeing on this one. And here we have the kelp path underwater, so the water's reflecting sky, and it's showing a sky as well as kelp. It's kind of nice. I'd probably raise the contrast through the left side and darken it a little bit. Good. Okay. Careful not to go overboard on the contrast. In this one, we could darken the outer edge a little bit to help focus our eye in here. It's nice though. Okay, it's not as sharp as it could be. Careful about cropping. If it's a telephoto, make sure it's focused sharply. And this looks like the same to me. If it's cropped too much, it starts to lose definition and sharpness. And we could turn the horizon line into level. But overall, a good series. Keep up the good work. See you on the blog.